Houston. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This morning we're going to work on the rose shawl. I'm still making roses for that thing. It seems like there's 120 of them to make, and I just can't get it all done. And well, I don't know what to say. But anyhow, it'll be done before it gets cold enough I need to wear it. And I'm just picking some things off my desk. Oh, not unless I show them to you. You will not know what I have made this week. And I'm not all too sure I know what I made this week. But I'll look around and see if I can remember. If not, I'll just show you everything I have. Because I've got low cats, I've got little turtles. Look at that cute little turtle. Let's see, y'all seen this before, but this is the Bible keychain. I've got a chicken with some cute little legs and wings. And he's got his little top knot. Okay. It says to guard your privacy, don't give out any personal information. And I'm going to try to go live on Thursdays at 10 o'clock. Let me know how y'all like that time or that date. But the way I chose it is I looked at what everybody else is doing and when they're going live. Everybody's going live on Monday and Tuesday. So I said Wednesday. No, I can't be consistent on Wednesday because Wednesdays is the library book club, one Wednesday a month. And if I went live at a different time than when I normally do, then I thought that would just confuse everyone. Well, why is she not on at 10 o'clock today? Well, that's how I chose Thursday, because everybody's on YouTube on Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday, I don't know if people watch on Sunday or not. So y'all will have to let me know if Thursday at 10 o'clock is a good time for you. So come on, y'all, start telling me something. Y'all sitting out there lurking in the bushes. Say, hey, everybody, I know you're out there. I see your number. Come on up, y'all. Talk to me. Are y'all not talking? Well, I don't know when that screen will go off. Can you hear me okay? At least say yes to that. So, here's something else I made. I made an ice cream cone, a chocolate ice cream cone. And I didn't have any brown. That is the color yarn that I've been out of for 2 weeks now. And the day my husband was going to go shopping for me is the day that I was making out the list, and I was actually working in brown, knowing I needed 2 more shades of brown. Because I've got the dark browns, I need the light browns. I need something starting at taupe and going down at least 1 more shade to make, because it'd be better for these cones if it were like a taupe color or something. And so I made these in, I can't remember the color it is, but it's sort of a yellowish shade, and I'm calling it a vanilla cone. And I've got a surprise for you. For those of you who were watching several days ago, I made these earrings. Are y'all ready to see me put them on? Wear them? Yep. Let's put the earrings on. And we threw it on the floor. Well, baby, now well, oh, I see it now. It rolled under the trash can. My trash can is like an inch or so off the ground because I have it sitting on the lip of my paper shredder. And I don't shred all the paper. I only shred the paper with my name, address, and account numbers on it. So the rest of the piece of papers I throw away. So let's put on these earrings now. Alrighty, we got that one in. Well, shoot, y'all, I forgot to turn the lights on. No wonder we can't see back here. Okay, you can see me now. Oh, let me get a drink of fluid. Hey, y'all. Is that Kylie Plays YouTube? Thank you for loving my videos. I really do appreciate that. Is this one on backwards? He's supposed to be facing out. Okay, that's correct. And I didn't get a drink after all. Okay, everyone, it's time for a drink of coffee. It's only 10 in the morning. I finished my first cup way long time ago because I got up before 6 this morning. I got up before daylight. Why? My husband turns on our bright lights as soon as he gets out of bed, and he doesn't close the door to the bedroom closed enough so that the light doesn't make it look like I'm laying in the middle of a runway. Oh, excuse me, at the airport. I'm drooling. So when he turns on those lights in the living room on his way to the kitchen, which I don't know why he can't walk another 15 feet in the dark. But there we go. I woke up early this morning. Maybe I'll lay down and take a nap later. Well, I taped this on so I could take pictures. And now I can't get it off. Well, I tore the tape. Am I really going to have to cut this off? There we go. Got that off. Okay, let's try this second earring on. Okay. Am I going to have to find help? Oh, there we go. Found it. Sometimes I have to stand in front of the mirror to find the holes in my earrings. But here's the first one. Isn't that cute? He's a little worried. He's a jelly worm, worry worm. He is posable. Look at that. And when you unfold him, well, I still didn't get him unfolded. He's huge. Aren't these cute? Oh, I think they're precious. So let's just wear them how today? Oh, we'll just switch them up as the day goes. Hi, Big B. Glad you're watching. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a subscribe if you aren't already a subscriber. And let's drink a little more coffee because I told you I got up way too early this morning. Way too early. But I'm awake now, but I've been awake since way before daylight. What was that? 5 o'clock? Yeah, I don't like 5 o'clock. I don't like 6 o'clock. Let's see, I made a sign. Let me show you my sign. See, I don't know if I've told y'all before, but my plushies are for sale in my Etsy shop. And that's Lily Ramsden 4499. LILIRAMSDEN. Yes, my name has all those L's and I's. But I can show it to you again if you missed it. And I'll put it back here. What have y'all been doing this morning? Y'all been crocheting? Y'all had to go to work, or y'all watching me on your break? Or I've heard from someone that I help them get through work. So, good for me to help you at work. If it makes the job easier, just keep on watching or listening. I'm not really sure what you're doing because you didn't say. But I sure do appreciate it. Tell your friends and co-workers about me. People say my voice is soothing. I don't know. I'm starting to sound like an old man. My voice is so rough now. Oh, and my sinuses are just terrible. And I may have forgotten to take some medicine this morning. But this coffee will help. That hot liquid on my throat helps. And if that doesn't help, well, I've got some Horehound cough drops. Some of y'all have heard me. Chrissy Cosmos, thank you, Chrissy. I'm glad you watched my videos. Since you already watched my videos, what I want you to do, if you're subscribed to my channel, you can go back and type in my name, and where it says, shows the picture of my face, click that picture, and then it'll say play mix, and start watching all my videos. I can keep you entertained for days. So watch my videos. I appreciate it. I need the watch hours. I need the subscribers. So help me out, y'all. But it's Horehound candy, and you can just get it a few places because we only know one store around here that sells it, because it isn't something you're going to get at Walmart or CVS, or I don't know, Costco might have it, you never know. But we don't shop there. I don't like to stock up. I have a small pantry and nowhere else to store items. So I'll keep it like I've always done and not stock up except for 1 or 2 items. You know, you've always got to stock up with about 10 cans of soup just in case you get sick, because once you get sick, you can't go to the store and buy soup. If you're lucky, you can go to the stove and make soup, or the microwave. The microwave is really the easiest. 3 minutes on high. Make sure you put a cover on it or it will explode. We don't want to make a mess in the microwave. So put a cover over it and let it sit for a few minutes before you take it out of the microwave. Liquid is bad about exploding, so just wait a minute and let those molecules settle down, because you know how a microwave works, don't you? Okay, well, it's bombarded with molecules, and the molecules in the food heat up and start moving around, and after it gets up to that boiling stage, well, it pops. And so if you just snatch the top off and grab that bowl, it may explode into your face. So if you didn't know that, then thank you for subscribing, Chrissy. I learned that felt tip to secure the neck. Did it work for you? Have you tried it yet? because it really works when you try it. So what do we need to do today? We need to just chit-chat. Well, to chit-chat, y'all gonna have to tell me some more things. Because right now, I am ready to make some roses. Roses, roses, roses. I might have enough today to get them all onto my shawl. Well, just forget my boot. I use my husband's boot. Oh shoot. Y'all are looking at the ceiling. Let me change this thing. Will you stand up now? This is almost vertical and I'm afraid it's gonna pop out of the. Could you show me a photo of what that you use the felt in the neck? Oh, I might not get around to making any anyhow, so just leave my yarn over here. Jump at what I've made. Oh, put my hook back into the bag. We don't need to lose the hook that goes with the project because this is a... excuse me, y'all. I just burp for no reason these days. Do y'all do that? I mean, I'm the girl who can't burp. I've gone 60 years, couldn't burp. I mean, I'm the one that stands there and goes, hoping I could burp. No, nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. But let's get busy making us some roses and attaching them to our shawl. So the first thing we need to do is get our yarn down. And I just lightly pull in and out between the rounds, just like you would if you were using your tapestry needle. But I was too lazy to thread my tapestry needle. So let's get on down here where the other yarn tail is. Okay, go through here. And here. And, well, shoot, find me something to go through here. There, I have it down. So now let's thread our needle. Yeah, went through all of that not to thread my needle to really need to thread my needle. I used a 3.5 millimeter for that dragon. That's all I use for amigurumi. I use a 3.5 millimeter because I don't use, because it's worsted weight. It's the 4 medium yarn. I don't work in these big yarns, and if you've ever looked at my yarn closet when I'm doing an inventory or putting something up, you'll see that I have very limited room to store yarn, so I can't be like these other crocheters that you look in their house and I mean they've got yarn walls stacked to the ceiling, they've got boxes and totes and shopping bags filled with yarn, and I'm going all of that would probably drive me nuts. And it says to do this starting from drink some more coffee. So it says start in the middle and keep the flowers flat on top. I'll try to show y'all how tricky that is. I'll show y'all the top. as I try to go around here, and if I'm flat on top, that means I'm mushrooming out on the bottom. And you have to unfold all your things so that they can fold back up. Oh, and I messed that up, didn't I? Well, I can't show you because I can't even do it looking at it. So just trust me, this is difficult, rolling up these roses. I guess by the time I get finished with all of these 120 roses, I'll know how to do this or not. Okay, the reason why you thread your needle first is you just wound this big thing up and you're doing desperately to hold it closed. You need to sew back down through all the way through everything, all these rounds you just made when you were winding up the rows. And that got caught under there. So I said don't pull it tight. And then rotate to the next one. Come out over here. Over here, so all the way down through all these layers. Sewing all the way across. Back and forth and back and forth so that everything is covered. Everything is sewn all together and your rows will never fall apart because it's sewn in tightly. Yeah, and it needs a really long tail because it takes it to sew all this in. I mean, back and forth and back and forth. It takes up inches as you go through each round. And you have to look inside it. Excuse me, to make sure that you really do have it sewn under everywhere. You sew it good all the way around, and you want to end up opposite the other yarn tail, just like that, because this, okay, this is going to be strange when you finally see it. Let's get our shawl over here. Well, that's one way it keeps moving. Huh. Okay. Maybe we may need to move out a little bit this morning. Make us some more room because this isn't working. Okay. How do we need to sit to show y'all this? Where am I stuck to? Okay, I'm going to have to get it in my lap, I guess. I put different colored yarns. I went ahead and marked everywhere I need to put a rose. And I marked the big roses with a piece of yarn so that I could just go back here instead of doing all that counting as I go. And it said we come in from one side, pull it through. Now we take it off our hook, our needle, and then we go. I don't know if I can show this. Let's see. here's the rose. This side pulled in this way. And then this other side needs to come through this way so that it's on the other side of this stitch coming through, so that we can tie it and it'll tie around those loops. See how one's coming out one side and one's coming out the other? Maybe. Oh, Daddy's not in the kitchen. And I tied double knot. And it said don't pull it too tightly, but well, whatever. And double knot again, because we do not want this coming out. I like Christy. I like worsted weight yarn creatures better than the big yarns because it shows the definition more and sturdier for kids. Christy, do you use safety eyes or do you crochet eyes like I do? If Chrissy's the only one that's going to talk today, then Christy is the one I'm going to talk to. And she can have all my personal time today if she wishes. I crochet the eyes. Good for you. I'm proud of you and happy for you. And I know the children are happy too, because I saw one creator the other day who sells at markets. Did I sew that on the wrong side? No, I did not. I just looking at it stupid. Okay. And I've been sewing let's get back down here. I've been sewing the rows up a little bit because when I first put them on, they were all drooping under the fabric. So I have tacked them up so that at least they're drooping like that instead of all the way back like that. So it has helped a little. So let me just sew down to where I want to tie it down. Couple more rows up in the pink. What row have I been doing this? Right here between the two. Okay, I've been sewing it up between row 1 and 2. And I've been sewing it tight so that it will pull it up. Crochet around there a couple of times. And come back to your beginning yarn. And we're going to tie that down again. Or I guess we shouldn't have done it, just gone over here to begin with. So where? Need to come out right here. Well, let's tie our yarn again. It never hurt to have a few more knots. Okay, bye-bye, Christy. Go walk your doggies. Okay. Well, there for a minute, I thought I'd lost all the scissors again. But I found a pair. This big pair. And I'm going to have a lot of red when I get finished. Let's do my crochet. Let's do these back up. I like them better all tied up. Yeah. Put that earring back in. Take that one off and rearrange him. Uh-oh, did I face you the... Oh, well, doesn't matter, does it? Okay, one is correct and the other one needs to go on the other side. Is that it? No, it's worse than ever. Okay, you need to go to the outside. And curl under. And put it back in. These earrings only feel heavy when you first put them in. After you've been wearing them a while, then you don't even notice them. They just background noise. So let's get us another rose and tie it, sew it together. And don't be so stubborn this time. Go ahead and thread our needle. Instead of doing the wiggle back and forth with the crochet hook, that was silly. I don't know what I was thinking of. Okay. Come on. What? There. I knew something didn't turn out right. Okay, put our needle over there and start winding up our little rose. I'll get some more coffee. I better put the top back on. It's going to be cold because it wasn't very warm then. I swear, y'all, I am in my 70s, and some days I feel like I get hot flashes again. Because right now, I am absolutely burning up. And just keep turning your rose and sewing it down. Make sure you catch all of these rounds. We don't need somebody to be popping up, or you'll have to go back and crochet it down again. Or sew it down again, so let's get it right the first time. Make sure we get all these rounds. If we don't go in and get that center round, it's going to disappear on you. Well, hi, Velma. I'm doing just good, thank you. How are you doing? Oh, you love the earrings? Okay, I'm calling them gummy worm fidget earrings because you can adjust them. And yeah, I was just reading through. You know how some days you go, what am I going to make today? And you just have no idea whatsoever. So I was reading through. Let's see, can I get my face better? No, that just shows something else. Okay, but I was reading through crochet ideas. What to make, what to make. Okay, gummy worms, another bear, and earrings, and named off another 10 things. And then I'm going back through them again. I'm going gummy worm earrings that you make from the worry worm pattern. Well, I got the worry worms up here too. Where's the worry worms? Here they are. Oops. Threw somebody else on the floor. But here's the worry worms. These are the little worry worms. They're with the 5-inch rollers. You know, those curlers that you don't need anything else. They just wrap around your hair and then you just squish them over. Okay, that's what these are made out of. These are the 5 inches, and the earrings are the 7 inches. I guess it'd been, nah, that wouldn't have been long enough. We need some long, funny earrings. I don't know where your face is. But, you know, some days you get in the mood to have some fun. So I did. I'm going, well, what would be, I mean, absolutely, what would be better than gummy worm earrings that are also fidgets? So I made them. Had a good time making them, too. Having a good time wearing them. Well, thank you, Vilma. I thought it was a good idea, too. I mean, some days we just had to go nuts on this channel. It's just, I was watching Creative Grandma, her live from last night, and she says some days she just can't think of a thing in the world to make, and she does the same things I do. Watch crochet, watch YouTube crochet, watch, go through Etsy and look at all the pretty pictures. I mean, everywhere, just go everywhere. Look up cartoons, anything you can to just spark your imagination. And so, gummy worm earrings, I'm going, I've got to do it. I've got to do it, y'all. Do I have it all sewn together? Are there any loops that are not sewn down? Well, maybe let's do that again. Right up here. I think it's sewn down, but I did it a different way. So just come over here and grab that. Woo! Look, that's all the yarn I have on that big, long tail. Okay. Oh, I need to turn this around. Oh, what I was going to tell y'all earlier. See this mannequin? I used to use this mannequin to crochet when I was working in jewelry, because now my fingers just can't handle the wire anymore. When I was working in jewelry, I used the mannequin for my necklaces. I just put a shirt on and then wrap something around him or her. It's really a male mannequin. And I need some push pins. I think I saw one in the floor. But I used the mannequin for my necklaces around his neck. And then when the shawl got finished, I thought, I've got a mannequin. Everybody else has a mannequin. They put their shawls on it or their wearables. So I got mine out. One day I was thinking of that and just had to do it. Okay. Here. Dropped that push pin again, didn't I? But it did not hit the floor. Dinah, you sitting on that push pin? Am I sitting on the push pin? Well, I don't know where it went. So much for a push pin. I tried. But we'll just turn the mannequin around so that we can sew on our roses. Maybe get you closer. Well, now you can't see me. Well, can't show everything, can I? So, Velma, how did you get your ideas? The same way as me and, oh, shoot, Glenda on Creative Grandma. Because I just sit and watch crochet as much as my husband will let me. And then when he won't let me crochet or won't watch me, then I'm still crocheting. Or if I've got to watch a video, I'll go into my grandson's room if he's gone. Or I can always get on my PC over here and put my headphones on and watch. Because that's sometimes how I do tutorials. I'll sit at the computer, watch the tutorial, and crochet along with them. So let's get this sewn in. One side goes one way. And I can use a crochet hook for this next one. It's just that one going backwards through here. Okay, pull it tight. And now I'm going to thread the needle back before I tie this up. Because I want to crochet the petals down a little bit better so that they don't flop around. Yeah, it's a long time consuming job to sew on these roses. That's why they haven't gotten done yet. Okay, get back down here with it. Or near it. Well, I'm trying to go in through a non-existent loop. Did I bury you, baby? Did I bury you under the... Yeah, Tiny's with me today. I accidentally buried her under the shawl. What I had done when I was sewing this on, she was laying down, so I just tucked it over her head and was tying this in, and she started digging her way out. But there you go. We have Crochet Dog with us. Okay, you mostly visit Pinterest. Well, I used to visit Pinterest all the time years ago, but I had to quit because I saved everything, and then I couldn't go back and find what I'd saved for saving everything. So that, you know, they were pretty and everything, but just can't save everything. And I had to be careful on Etsy too. I'll do a favorite on everything. Double knot, and it will never come out. There we go. Cut our yarn tails. Do y'all have any new patterns or creators that y'all like to share with me? Because I know I like Crochet with Jenna, or Crochet by Jenna. I like Zaddy. It's Crochet Me Zaddy. There's Red Mills. There's Rosalie Toys. Creative Grandma. And others. But those are about my favorites. And Crochet by Jenna, she was the very first one I ever found, and I just love her to death. I absolutely do. Oh, my baby wants to lick my hand off. Okay, baby doll. Enough licking. Yes, I know. You just love me to death. So what have y'all been crocheting this week? Because I have no idea what I've done this week. I know I made some crochet pets. I know I made a small bear. These earrings. Some fidget worms. Turtle. That blueberry turtle pattern that I turned into a rainbow. Because I didn't have any blue that day. So I just turned him into just got my rainbow yarn, or what I call a rainbow yarn, and just made him with it. Because it had blue and green and purple and red and pink and every color. What color are you? Oh yeah, and yellow and green. 2 different shades of blue, purple, pink, maroon. Just look how colorful he is. All different colors of the rainbow. And it was short color changes. See how pretty it worked up on the edges? That's just single crochet around. And that's how fast it changes colors. I mean, that's really beautiful. I really like that. I'm going to have to make a bear out of this. But so many patterns, so little time. My. Put that yarn down. Start making our little rose here. Flat on top. Yep, you unwind it and keep winding it around. Flat on top. Okay, flip him over real fast. And crochet him in. Sew him in. Go all the way to the top of those, of that first round where you first have that little rose opening. And then we turn our work and just keep crisscrossing back and forth, sewing all these rounds down. We don't need him popping up. So sew it down good. You don't want your roses to fall apart in the middle of doing something. Because if you're going to be wearing your shawl, you're going to want to show off your talents and not your mistakes. So it only takes just a few more minutes to sew it down really well. Yeah, this is very time consuming. Well, I'll be happy with it in a minute. Crocheter's choice. I can do anything I want. Okay, tied in good. So let's get back to the opposite side. And we'll find us another place to sew in another rose. Tiny says, "Don't drown me, Mommy, don't drown me." Okay, I've got it right here, baby doll. It won't be on you. So go up this way. And then down the other way. And maybe just tie a standard knot right there. Thread my needle again. And tie down one of these rose petals. Well, I thought I sewed it down. Don't know what I actually may have sewn it to. Okay, let's try it again. I sew it through here, and then back through here a couple of times so you're good and tight. Okay, good and tight. You can't see it. Okay, go back through here. Back through here. And then back down to our other yarn tail, and we'll sew it, or we'll tie it closed. Okay, where is it? It's all the way up this way in the middle. So sew our yarn tail back up into here, because we need to tie it off with our other yarn tail. Take our needle off. Well, I don't know what that means. Cut our yarn tails close and get rid of them. Daddy's playing guitar, baby. Oh, there for a minute I thought I'd forgotten to make a long tail. Well, let's thread our needle. Good morning. This is Lily Ramsden. I've been, for those who just joined us, I have been making roses to sew onto my shawl. I think I've almost have the long okay. Is that what I was supposed to do? I don't know. I'm fairly new to YouTube and I'm learning it all by myself, so sometimes I don't think I know what I'm doing. Or some days I know I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's make our little rows. Around and around and around we go, flat on top. Yeah, these roses, they take a long time to, well, they really don't take a long time to make. It's just 20 chain. Okay, flat on top. Hold it tight. Flip it over and sew it down. this back up flat on top. Maybe, oh, shoot. Is there, shit. Oh, excuse me, y'all. It fell apart on me. And now I'm having to put him back together after I've done started sewing on him. And of course he's going to come out at a different place. Okay. Then we'll want him up. Let's try that. See what that does. They gonna hold me good? Okay. Okay, there's gonna hold that tight. Now flip it over and try not to tear it apart again. Well, I just found out that's pretty easy to do, and I've been trying so hard not to do that. Make sure we sew all the way around to our interior rounds. We don't want something falling apart. Okay. A few more back and forths. I still feel like he's off center, but no one but me will know. So here we are, crocheting the day away. Okay, are we back around? Can't tell. Well, that felt loose, so sew it some more. Okay, pull it, pull it. Okay, everybody's tight. Okay. Let's find the next one. Oops. It's hard to make this stand perfectly vertical. And it keeps slipping down on me. So let's sew this rose on here. Sew in one way, then grab her hook and pull the other yarn tail through the other way. And for y'all to see this, I'm going to have to hold it under my nose, aren't I? And let's see, I haven't told y'all, have I? That I do have my plushies for adoption now on my Etsy shop. I finally made me an Etsy shop. Let's get back so you can see my name good. And I don't know if that's backwards or not, but I have an Etsy shop and I'm starting to list my plushies. So if y'all are interested, you can go buy them. Okay, just tie a simple knot first. And I like to tack my roses up to this next row because they seem like they fall down to me if I don't. Let me get this sewn on and not drop all my tapestry needles. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh. We'll have my shawl finished before it's cool weather. Doesn't get really cool weather in Alabama. We'll have a few cool days in October. And then you never know for Halloween. It could be 90 degrees or it could be 40 degrees. We just never know from one year to the next. So when you're buying Halloween outfits, you have to buy one with short sleeves and shorts, or you have to buy one with long sleeves and long pants, and just take your chances. So weather in the South, you never know if it's going to be hot or cold. You could, in the late fall, you can go to bed with the air conditioner on and wake up absolute freezing the next morning because the temperature dropped. Just tie a couple of double knots. Cut our yarn tails near the knots, or near the knot. Okay, let's see if y'all can adjust this so y'all can see what we have going on now. Okay, I'll move the camera and try to show y'all what I'm doing. Well, shoot, I can't get the camera angled right, but here's the flowers coming along the edge. And there's one I forgot to tack up. Okay, I can show you this. Okay, this I didn't tack down yet, and see how it's drooping, and this and I did tack down. Can you see? Oh, I cannot see. Well, okay, well, I tried to show it to you. I don't know if you actually got to see it or not, but I tried. So, what have you been working on? Come on, somebody's been working on something. I know a lot of you tell me that, no, I don't crochet. I just like to watch you crochet. Well, I understand that. I watch other people crochet too, so can't say much about that. So, come on, tell me what you just crocheted, or tell me what you're working on right now. You didn't just tune in to me to hear me prattle, did you? Or maybe you did. And yes, my baby doll is with me this morning. See little Tiny? Yes, indeed. She got a bath the other day, so she's nice and clean and soft. Well, I had to cut her hair because she was just getting so hot. So I gave her a trim. She seems like she's happier. I don't know. I know I'm happier. I'm not having to do all of that combing every day. Because combing a Yorkie, you can spend an hour or two combing them just to get the knots out. Because you go to bed and they're perfect. You wake up the next morning, they're just knotted all up again. And I don't know how they do it. And underneath their chin, they have really long hair underneath their chin. They actually have like a beard. And so when she drinks water, she gets her beard all in the water bowl. And then, let's show you this little tiny face. See how short her mouth is to her nose? So when she's drinking water, her nose actually goes into the water, and while she's trying to drink water, she's drowning herself. Because she's over there sneezing and coughing and laughing. See, if you just stick your tongue out further, baby, you might not drown while you're drinking water. Yeah. You want down, or are you just restless? You gonna lay back down? Okay. Okay, somebody's got to tell me what you're working on. So what do we want to work on today, or what have I made? What have I made this week? Well, I made the ice cream cone backpack buddy. I had already made that eagle. Well, I made another ice cream cone backpack buddy. I thought the ice creams were just so cute. And I did it chocolate and sprinkles. No, I didn't make any of them this week. Now I probably made Swing Pets, but he looks like last week. Yep, dropping all the plushies in the floor. All the Swing Pets. Well, I may have done a turtle this week. I know I did Grogu this week. I have a friend that wanted a Grogu swing pet. She saw my Swing Pets, and she'd shown me a Grogu before. And then she's riding in my car with me and saw my Swing Pet, and she said she wanted a Grogu swing pet. So that's why we have a Grogu swing pet. A friend suggested it. See? I don't think I'd ever come out with that idea. Really. Baby Yoda on a swing. Well, yeah, we did it. And it was not my idea. It was a friend. So see, ideas can come from anywhere. Because she showed me actually a mug that was Baby Yoda and told me that's what she wanted. So I made it in the color she wanted. And I think that's the actual colors for Grogu. But, you know, ideas just come from everywhere. And sometimes I'm online searching everywhere. I've got the TV going. I have my PC going. I'm even on my on my phone looking for something. And I'll have all three of them going at the same time, and I'll just write down ideas. Now, one idea I did say was Crochet by Jenna. She is making a humongous possum. And yes, it's called possum. It's O-P-O-S-S-U-M. Possum. You don't pronounce the O. I don't know where that word came from. French, German, no idea. So, you don't pronounce the O. So, Jenna, if you're watching, it's possum. Just plain possum. And I don't have any possums up here. But I would march one across. But since I don't have a possum, how about eagle? We'll march the eagle across the stage. Woo! Playing with our plushies. Now this one's just the cutest thing I think I've ever made. He's just the right size. He isn't too big. And he is the right size for Operation Christmas Child. This is a good size pattern for Operation Christmas Child. And then for this pattern, you can make it into any animal. This just happened to be, oh, I forgot his name. Are you an axolotl? I think he's an axolotl. I think I forgot. But those things on his head, yeah. I think he's an axolotl. But that would be a good pattern for some little plushies. Make his head a little bit smaller, because his head just seems too big to me. So I could cut that down some rows and some stitches. But I always tell everybody that amigurumi means unusually large heads on a plushie. So, but I know it's a Japanese word, and I guess it just means stuffed animal or something. I don't know. Oh well, might as well do some more. Do some more of these roses. How far we got around? We've done 1, 2. And starting to work on the 4th. Oh, we're about at the middle. Is that it? Okay, we're at the middle and 3 more. So we're just making our roses. They have to be flat on top so that they get bigger, because if you try to keep them the same at the bottom, they'll just be like a spiral. But you want to fold them out and keep them up top. We already have our needle threaded, so just hold tight onto this. Get that other yarn tail out of the way. Go down through these stitches so we can get back down to the bottom. Don't pull that too tight. Okay, let's sew this down. Very good. Now let's sew all the way down through the middle. I mean, make sure you catch those, the very center loops, or he's going to fall apart. And nothing's worse than a droopy rose, or a rose that's falling apart from the inside out. just from one side to the other. We want to sew these clothes. Yeah, these roses take up a fair amount of time. No, Daddy's not leaving you. Even if you did, you wouldn't care. You're a mommy girl. And my husband and I are trying to not to take her with us, to get her so that she's not accustomed to going with us every time. So one of us stays at home while one of us runs errands or shops or whatever we need to do. We sewn down now. Yeah. The center's sewn down. Okay, come on down here. Get my cape. Yeah, it's hard not to cover Tiny up while I'm working on the shawl, because when I pick it up, it just flops over her head, and she doesn't really like that. Do you, girl? No. I only like my head covered when it's fireworks or thunder. And my neighbors must have bought a ton of fireworks this year. They've been shooting them off for weeks. Every day. In the middle of the day. At night. I mean, sometimes it's dark enough to see. But most of the time it's just firecrackers. But that's enough to scare my baby. Truly not her idea of a good time. And I heard that people took their dogs to a fireworks show. That's animal cruelty. Because you know they were terrified. Because sometimes little children are terrified too. They don't like fireworks. And let's see, how old was my son? Oh shoot, it was 77. And you just never know what's going to go down our street. There's a truck on it. How can I see it? Over here in this corner with the window behind me. Well, I've got a mirror that just happens to look out onto the street, and I saw that truck come by. So we re-thread our needle. Okay. Okay, where do I want to sew that? Okay, what part of the... Okay, come on. Let's go back down through here. Come up. And come up through my rows. Well, let's come up through these stitches first. What's up, baby doll? You want down? Is that what you need? Do you need to get down? I don't need to sew that one. Okay, let's go back and just do this one. And then sew it back down. Okay, take our tapestry needle off. Drape this over tiny because you got to put it somewhere and it just gets heavy. And she'll deal with it if I don't leave it here long. Okay, and cut our thread, our yarn, close to the knot. And there we have it. We have another rose sewn on. And let me remind you, I have my plushies for adoption. It's at Lily Ramsden 4499 Etsy.com. It's LILLIE RAMSDEN 4499. And that's my Etsy shop. So I'll put this back over here out of the way. And let's get back to crocheting on some of these things here. Flat on top, just keep rolling it around. That's what makes it big. Yes, and we do have to untangle it where it's all wadded up, because we did make this like it was. Oh, and forget to thread the tapestry needle after I've done tiny baby doll. Set you down. Put the scissors on top. Maybe that'll hold you down. Thread my needle. Remind me to thread my needle or I won't do it. I keep forgetting. Very careful. Get this back. Sew it down. Get all the way down to our bottom of our roses. Get that yarn tail out of the way because we don't need it. It needs to be behind us somewhere over here. And then let's sew this down all the way through all these layers. And there's like 5 of them. All the way through all these layers, or it's going to come apart. All the way back through all the layers. We don't want our rows to fall apart. Just keep sewing until they're all done. Just in and out, in and out. Make sure you sew them down good. One more time should be good enough. You want down, baby doll? Okay. I think that is fine. So, now that Tiny's gone, I can put this in my lap. I don't need to unthread that. I need to keep that on my needle. Okay. Okay, and we're going to do a double knot, and we need to keep this tapestry needle threaded. We're going to go up one half double crochet row and sew the top of the rows to the last row of the rows. Okay. Sew it down a couple of times so it won't come out. And then just get it stuck. One of these will tuck pull. Here we go. Well, I can unthread it now. Double knots. Our next rows will put us in the center of our crochet. Okay, tie another double knot. Yeah, I've been working on this since the live started, and I was already had several panels finished here, and now I've just now got around to the very center of this back loop, very center of the center of the back of the shawl. Flat on top, just keep rolling this rose around. And I didn't do, just go ahead and thread it now. I didn't thread my tapestry needle, and here I am, I've done forgotten again. But if I thread my tapestry needle before I get started, then I'm in a position to go ahead and sew the rose closed. So now I'm going to sew it down. Okay, anchor that little bit right here, but not tightly. So all the way through, you want to get all of these loops done, because I missed one in the middle, and yes, it did. The middle of it poked up. See that little part right there? It got where it was well, let me do it. It got where it's poking up like that. We don't want it poking up. We need it back down so we can work with it. So just keep going around and around till you get it finished. And we want all of these sewn down. We do not need anything sticking up. Like my little center of my rose. Make sure I go through it this next time, because I might have missed it a few times. So let's see if that's got it down. Yeah. We just sew the petals of our rose down. Until we have all the petals sewn in. When we get all the petals sewn in, then we'll attach the rose to our shawl. Okay, here we go. And let's get this center right here. And I marked it with a dark red so I would recognize the center when I came back around. Do not unthread my tapestry needle. I will need that needle later. So we will use my crochet hook to draw this other yarn tail through from the opposite side that we did the first one. We need those crisscrossed so we can tie it down. Otherwise it won't tie in it, will it? Oops. Did I do it wrong after all? Well, what does that look like? Draw this in tight. Or it's this one that won't pull tight. Okay. That's the one that won't pull tight. Okay, got that pulled tight. We still have our tapestry needle threaded. And I have been sewing my roses to the top, to the, I've been sewing my roses up because I found that if I don't sew my roses up, they turn over and have that draggy look. And I'd rather my roses sit up. So sew this in a couple of times so it will not come undone. Okay, that's twice. Okay, we can get rid of our tapestry needle, and we're going to double knot our rose. So there we have it, another rose onto our shawl. I have one more rose made this morning, but then I've got a bag that I made earlier, but these are just the ones I made this morning because I knew I'd need more. So I just started making roses. You can always use roses everywhere, anywhere. Applique them to a shirt. Anything you wish. Or have y'all ever appliqued? Let me know if y'all do applique. Okay, and we start at the very center of our rose and make it flat on top. That's how we make our rose larger, is we just keep stacking the top up around and around. And I forgot to thread my tapestry needle again. Okay, I did it now. Let's finish our little rose. Or rather, this is the big rose. I think I've made all the big roses now. Now the next thing I'll have to do is go back and make the little ones. And I need 3 times as many little ones as I did big ones. There's 3 small roses between each. Large rose. And don't pull that too tight. Hold it tight so it doesn't come undone before you get it sewn down. Make sure I get that center of my little tiny rose here. And the center I'm talking about is right here. You want to get that sewn in good because you don't want it poking out. That is the last thing in the world we need, is our rose to fall apart. So just add extra stitches if you think it needs it. You can never sew too much, can you? Well, you still need a yarn tail to help finish this off, but we're doing pretty good here. So make sure you get all the way down through that bottom. Yeah, and this takes about 1.5 inches each time we sew it down. It really eats up the yarn. That's why you need a really long yarn tail for this one side. Now the other side just needs enough yarn tail that you can sew him. What projects are y'all working on? Send me a photo if you can, or just tell me what you crochet or what you crochet.
I think your phone is ringing because.
Well, this is a live, it's not video.
Oh.
So I guess there's a difference. Okay, are we sewn in well? Pull a few things and see.
Hey, Mama.
Okay.
Good. Need to talk to Marie. She's talking on the camera, so I guess, I don't know how long she's been on it, about 2 hours. I don't know how long she's gonna stay.
Oh, about 10 more minutes.
Okay, well, I'll just tell her to call you when she gets through.
Okay, now let's get our other yarn tail and pull it through in the opposite direction.
Oh, okay. Well, if you wanna come by here, we're here. No, I got some, well, you don't eat chicken, so I won't do you no good.
My mother doesn't eat chicken, never has, and my husband's offered her chicken for lunch.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and I like to sew my rows on just a little bit better so he doesn't topple. And then I sew the top of my rows closed. Well, not closed, I sew it up so it won't fall down on me, because I don't like the way they hang down. And before I started doing this, I just did not like the way it looked. And I was disappointed and had to think about it for a couple of weeks, how I was actually going to fix this problem. So I figured it out. Okay, get my other yarn tail back and sew these closed. And I'll pick the shawl up and show y'all how it's going. Okay, a double knot. We don't want this coming apart on us. There we go. I don't know what happened there. Don't touch the buttons when you're on camera. Okay, here we go. Let's get this so it doesn't fall on the ground when I take out these push pins. I'm gonna have to get me another box of push pins. Now, push pins, usually one box will be for life, but I've used them a lot over the years and I've lost a lot of them. I mean, I've really lost a lot of them. So let's see how this looks. Can you see it? No, I'm too close. What if I hold it up here? Look at all these roses. Around and around and around and around and around. And there we are. I'm at the center, but I have also started from the opposite end, adding roses. So I'm not as far behind as it looks. I am making headway, and that leaves me with 1, 2, 3 panels to complete. I don't know how I did that, but I've been knocking things over. Yeah, knocked over all of them, didn't I? What happened to you, little spa girl? Well, just leave them on the floor. Well, I think I'm about tired of sewing roses on for the day. So, what would y'all like to talk about? Okay, nothing to talk about. Uh-oh, and this, I do this almost every time, but that's okay. One more rose. Okay, one more rose. Now, we'll start from this side and work our way around. Sure, that'll work for me. But let's get you down. Okay, here we go. Halfway now. Yes, I'm still crocheting roses onto my shawl. And I haven't even counted to see how many more big ones I need. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more big roses, and I'll be finished with the big roses. And then, let's see, 8 times 3. No, it's not just 3. 8 times, I don't know how many that is. I can't think. I can't count right now. So let's not even try. We'll just sew, sew it on with the wrong yarn tail. Well, I don't guess it matters. And it's holding together for me. So, continue. Okay, now get your real yarn tail and sew it closed. Well, I have another one of them. Looks just like it. You know what I was just thinking? What if we sew a smiley face onto the back of my shawl? How would that be? Would that be cute, stupid, funny? I don't know. And what in the world did I just do that my face is so big? There, do we have that? And that looks like I'm 100 miles away. So what have you been working on? Or do you just watch me crochet like some of my other viewers do? Because I've got one that says she loves to watch me at work. I have one that says I heal her. I have one that says my voice is a comfort. I don't see how it's getting so coarse and scratchy now. So if y'all find me comforting, just watch. And I guess I need to do some more tutorials. See, is everything sewn down now? I think I do. Yes, I do. So let's get over here where we're opposite and sew this down. Said I was going to start from this side now. Let's get this closer so that y'all can see me. Okay. Get my tapestry needle hooked in so that it does not come undone. Go back through my yarn because this other tail has to be, come on, fall off. I thought I had you just perfect and you weren't going to slide on me. Well, shoot, now I done made a mess. Do you ever get your yarn tails all wrapped around each other and can't tell which way is going which? Well, I just did. Okay. Where is it? Here it is. And get this going. We'll just throw it in the lap then. And y'all still can't see it. Okay. Let's just do a simple knot right here for right now. And then I'm going to sew up to the top. And sew this right here so it doesn't flop around. because now it'll be anchored in two places instead of just in the center. Okay, let's get back down here and complete our rows. Okay, made it back to the center of our rows. We don't need the tapestry needle, and we're going to tie a double knot. Okay, tie it closed. Another double knot. Tie it tight. Get everything out of our way so we won't cut anything out as we clip our yarn tails. It'd really be disastrous to cut one of our leaves off. So, put that up for now. Well, y'all, that's all the time I have for today. And thank you for watching. I sure do appreciate it. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. I'm trying to stop. Okay, I do not know how to stop my live. Shoot. Will turn you back on me at least. Oh, the X button. Are you sure you want to stop?